What's up, everyone? Welcome back to About the Mafia TV. I'm your host, co-writer, and co-owner of AboutTheMafia.com, bringing you another video for the YouTube channel, bringing you all the current news regarding the Mafia. So let's get right into today's video. But first, guys, I just wanted to thank you guys for all the love we've been seeing on the YouTube channel so far. I think at the time that we're filming this, we're at almost 300 subscribers, and we're closing in on almost 11,000 views. Not bad. I mean, the channel is like almost a month old, so that's great. We're gonna continue to push out these YouTube videos, and let's get right into today's news. So hopefully you guys have seen the article that we did a little while ago. It was about the 444 Ndrangheta members being put on trial for numerous charges. And now this story piggybacks off of that. Former Ndrangheta boss to testify in massive trial. So obviously, big news here. We have a boss or a high-ranking official actually testifying in this massive trial. Luigi Bonaventura, who's currently 49 years old, and a former high-ranking member in the Ndrangheta, is set to testify in the current trial against 350 Ndrangheta members. The trial began on Wednesday and is expected to be 2 years in length in Lamezia Terme, southern Calabria. Now, this trial is probably taking so long because of the diversity of the defendants. Here we have lawyers, politicians, business people, businessmen, and more hardened criminals, drug dealers. And so this is one big mess of a trial. That's probably why it's going to take a little bit on the longer side of 2 years. This is people referring to this as the Maxi trial, which was a reference back to a previous trial in I think it was the 70s or the 80s. I don't have that off the top of my head, but hundreds and hundreds of members were tried and eventually indicted. It was a massive blow, so that's why people are referring back to this as the Maxi trial. So Bonaventura actually started cooperating back in 2006, where he has since put more than 500 Ndrangheta members behind bars. That's a devastating blow. Bonaventura knows many of the defendants in this trial personally and expressed how difficult it was for authorities to effectively keep the Ndrangheta under surveillance. Obviously, one of the most powerful organizations in Italy, probably in the world too, for drug pushing and extortion and racketeering. And even with the help of a Ndrangheta boss as a cooperating official, they still had a hard time keeping track of them. That's how in the ground and how secret this society is in Italy. The Ndrangheta initially earned its money from kidnappings, but then expanded to the construction sector, frequently nabbing lucrative state contracts in the international drug trades. The network is suspected of smuggling cocaine from Latin America to supply much of the European market. Some of the suspects on trial in Calabria were arrested in Germany. So it wasn't a sting all in Italy. These guys were all over the place. They grabbed them up all at once. They brought them to this courthouse where, actually, I'll put a picture on the screen right now. And it shows the special bunker that was actually built to hold this massive trial. It's pretty incredible. I mean, there's a ton of seats here. It almost looks like a school lunch cafeteria. But very serious business here. Bonaventura said the Ndrangheta had taken a new course. The bosses no longer train their children to become killers, but instead invest in their education so that they become economic criminals, bankers, and lawyers. So we see this in the United States too. Not going the more physical violence route, going more behind the scenes financial moves route. And that's becoming very beneficial. Going back to them keeping track of that. It's a lot harder to keep track of financial statements and financial deals instead of violence and murders. It's a lot harder to keep track of. And Bonaventura's grandfather, Luigi Bonaventura, was an important Ndrangheta boss years ago who passed on the tradition to his father and eventual Ndrangheta soldier. Another reason why it's so hard to penetrate this organization. The Ndrangheta is very, very family based. If your father is in it, he should start grooming you from a young age, about the life and how to carry yourself and what means what and what to do, and it's this grooming that these fathers pass on to their sons that ultimately continue the tradition. Now, this is a quote from Bonaventura when he spoke to our source. "You don't have a childhood. I had abandoned my dreams and lost my energy because I did not believe there would be an end to the Ndrangheta. But maybe something can change with this trial and the work of the state prosecutors." And Bonaventura frequently covers his face in public, and he does not disclose where he lives to anyone in fear of retaliation from the family he betrayed. That's going to do it for today's news story. Short and sweet. That's what we like to do here. We know everyone's busy out there with their lives and their jobs and their works or whatever. And we like to get these news stories out, give them quick 2-3 minute reads, get your news in before you go to work or start your day. And we're going to continue to do so over YouTube as well. Like I said before, we highly appreciate, we can't even begin to express how much we appreciate the support we've been getting on the YouTube channel so far. In the great scheme of things, it's not a lot of views, but it's better than the average YouTube user. We're almost at 11,000 views, couple away from 300 subscribers. Hopefully we're on the journey to 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully we'll hit that soon. Hopefully by the end of the year we'll hit 1,000, but we'll see. We have some great content coming out for you guys. We want to do a video of what the Mafia is doing in 2021. We're gonna try to update our current leadership charts to break down the administrations for each families: New York, Kansas City, Philadelphia. Maybe we'll get some Italy in there too, but that's going to be even more difficult. But we're confident that we could get something together here for you guys and give you a current leadership charts. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.